Hi, my name's Jack Solomon and I'm currently attending the Australian Institute of Fitness. Today, we're going to be running through a circuit workout with my girlfriend Maddie as the demonstrator. We're going to be doing it in a garden space, but this is also a workout you can do inside your home. All you're going to need to complete this workout is very simple. You're going to need a yoga mat or a beach towel for something to lie on, a resistance band if you have one, but it's not necessary, a chair, and a space to be able to move around in. So we're gonna run through this circuit workout once with Maddie as our demonstrator, but by all means, at home, do it as many times as you want. The whole idea is just to get you moving. We're gonna get into a quick warm up to get our bodies ready for our circuit exercise. We're gonna start off with some static high knees, moving into static butt kicks. That's gonna be followed by static alternating lunges with a sweep, which is gonna help open up our hip flexors as well as our abdominals. Following that, we're gonna do a calf stretch into a Cobra. And finally, some monster walks used with crab walks, which are gonna help activate our glutes. So starting off our warm up, we're gonna get Maddie to do 20 seconds of high knees. I'm just gonna raise our body temperature and get us ready for our actual circuit workout. Gotta get those knees nice and high. Next up, Maddie's gonna go into 20 seconds of butt kicks, and it's gonna stretch out our quadriceps. And again, it's just getting us ready for our actual circuit workout. So she's got 10 seconds to go. Gonna have static lunges with a sweep. Now this is gonna open up our hip flexor as well as opening up our abdominals and our chest and giving our shoulders a bit of movement too. Maddie's gonna be doing 4 of these on each leg. Maddie's now doing a calf stretch, and then she's gonna go down into a Cobra. And that's gonna stretch out her lower back. She's gonna do 2 more. As a final component of our warm-up, Maddie's gonna do some monster walks, and then she's gonna do some crab walks. She's gonna do 8 each leg of these. These gonna warm up our glutes. Now, you might notice she's got a band around her knees. It's not necessary to warm up your glutes, but if you prefer to use it, you can. Notice how she's staying nice and low in like an athletic position and keeping tension on the bands at all times. So here, Maddie's doing some burpees on her knees. By all means, you can do the push-up component as a regular push-up. This movement is really, really explosive and it's great to get your heart rate up. A couple of things to note. When you're doing your push-ups, you wanna make sure your scapula are retracted and your core is engaged so that you don't compromise your spine. And as well as that, make sure you're jumping in and out of that push-up position to really get the most out of the workout. So you're gonna be doing 8 reps of this exercise. Have Maddie doing some pulse squats. We're going to be doing 12 of these. Just a couple of things to notice is Maddie's really keeping her chest up, and she's also getting really good range of motion, getting into the bottom range of her squat, pulsing up about half to a third to half the way, and then going back down. Here we have Maddie doing some alternating static lunges. She's got really good form. Notice how her knees are about 90 degrees on each, and she's keeping her trunk really nice and straight. It's not leaning forwards or leaning back, and that explosion through her front leg is really gonna work her out. She's doing around 8 each leg. You can push that towards 10 if you're more confident. Here, Maddie's doing her dips on a chair. Notice how her arms are getting parallel to the ground and she's got her scapula retracted. This is really, really good form, and it's gonna stop her from getting shoulder impingement. She's doing 8 reps. If you wanna push yourself, you can head towards 12 reps. It's important to note how explosive her concentric movement is too. So going into skaters now, this is such an explosive movement. It's really good to get your heart rate going, especially since we're doing a really short circuit exercise. Notice how Maddie is keeping her chest up and her hands together. It's helping her balance. She's doing 8 reps on each leg. Maddie's now gonna go into some bicycle crunches. She's gonna be doing 8 on each leg. It's such a great core movement because it involves rotation, and it's something that is often left out in a lot of exercise programs. Notice how she's keeping her torso up and she's making the movement nice and slow and controlled. Final movement now, which is gonna be a side plank with a leg raise. So we're gonna do 6 leg raises while holding ourselves in a side plank. Notice how she's keeping her body nice and straight, and she's not letting that hip dip towards the ground, because if she does, it's no longer gonna be activating her core. So now she's gonna go swap onto the other side, 6 more reps. We're gonna move into a quick cool down, starting with a hip flexor stretch. So notice how Maddie's pushing through her hip by tucking her glute underneath. And that's gonna really help stretch out that hip flexor. So you're gonna switch legs. We're gonna hold each stretch for between 20 and 30 seconds. However, we won't do the full duration showing you when you're at home. Try and do it for at least 30 seconds to try and maximize the stretch. Okay, so then we're gonna move into a seated hamstring stretch. We're gonna try and keep our back nice and straight and actually lean forward. Switching legs. Following this, we're gonna do a supine glute stretch. And we're just gonna switch legs. Next, we're gonna do a gastrocnemius stretch. Stretching out our calves, and we're going to switch legs. And finally, we're going to stand up and we're going to do a stretch for our shoulders. And switch. Thank you guys so much for attending my first ever online PT class. I look forward to being in touch with you all and posting again in another couple weeks. Cheers.